What's going on, beautiful people? Thank you for tuning in and watching and listening. I appreciate your appreciation of my rants, of my opinions about how the world works, what the fuck are we doing here, and everything in between, right? So, what I'm going to talk about in this video is a question, which is, why do we dream? Why do we dream? Why do we dream? I don't know. Why do we dream? Okay. Well, I'll provide some perspectives, some opinions, some wacky theories about the dream state. What is the purpose of dreaming? What is dreaming to begin with, right? So we're going to get pretty wacky. So let's get right into it. In the current scientific, materialistic, Western world, we happily reduce dreams and imaginations by, basically it's a reductionist approach. We reduce it and say, well, okay, you know what? Some neurons fire in your brain and it results in you seeing certain images. They're not real. This is real. This is real. Right now, hey, hi, this is real. I'm seeing your face. This is real. That's sort of materialistic. We think everything is materialistic and all there is physical matter, right? So we've sort of, in the West, reduce the dream state and say, oh, it's just fucking dreaming. Like, oh, you're just dreaming, bro. Oh, forget about it, right? Oh, just get real. Get real. That's what it is. Get real. Get real right here. Well, get real. Because that's what we've been taught. We've been taught that reality is this materialistic, mechanistic thing. And so our third eyes are completely closed off, not from fucking fluoride, but because of the belief systems that we grew up in. We grew up with certain belief systems about reality and the nature of reality and how it operates and how it works. But as you start to analyze dreams, and this is something you got to do for yourself, you will be convinced beyond a reasonable doubt, only and only if you start to analyze your own dreams, you'll be convinced beyond a reasonable doubt that the dream state and the waking state are one and the same. You will be convinced of it if you start to analyze your own dreams and see what they mean for you. And you probably, as you start to analyze your dreams, some weird things will happen where you start to have mini prophecies. When I say mini prophecies, I'll explain to you in a second about things that are going to happen to you. So I'll give you an example, okay? I wanted to make a separate video for this where I discuss some stories, but I have so many of them. Here we go. Let's talk about this one. I had a dream. I go to the gym, right? I go to this gym, my gym. I love it. I love the people in there. And the person who manages the gym, without saying names, beautiful person, right? She's amazing, absolutely amazing soul. And we always get to talk, have interesting conversations. So I see her in a dream. And so she's the manager in the gym that I go to. I see her in a dream, and she's in a different gym, right? Not the gym that I go to. And she's also the manager in that gym, right? And I'm about to go in there and get a new membership, right? In that gym, in that new gym. So I walk in, and the first thing I do is I see her there, and I give her a look, because, I always give her a look, and I go and I say, hey, and I give her a hug, right? But she gives me this death look. Right? She gives me like a death look, like not at me, but I can tell right away in the dream. I'm like, whoa, she is stressed out of her mind. Stay away. And I stay away, right? I go in the dream, I walk by and I walk away from her, right? I don't say a word. She's very stressed. She doesn't want to talk. I can tell it. Okay. All right. So, I wake up and I'm like, wow, that was weird. And that was very vivid. Little did I know that was a prophecy for what was about to happen the next day. Because I walk into my gym, and I haven't seen her in a while, by the way. That was like, I haven't seen her in a while, right? I walk into my gym, and guess who is the first face that I see? It was her. I look at her. Now, this is waking consciousness, right? I look at her, And she gives me the same fucking look that she gave me in the dream. Exact same look. Exact same look. No distinguish. Exact same look. And that's the first time she gives me that kind of look, because every time I see her, she gives me a smile and we go talk, and you know, it's beautiful. But not this time. She gives me the exact same face that she gave me in a dream. So I'm like, this is fucking weird, right? I don't go say hi to her. I actually, like, I give her a little wave and I turn away, because I'm like, wow, like, she gave me the same look. So then I start to warm up. I'm like, I gotta tell her about this shit, because she's kind of wacky like me and is into these ideas and stuff, right? So I'm like, I gotta go tell her about this. I'm like, no, I gotta tell her about this. I gotta tell her about this. So I couldn't help myself. I go up to her. I'm like, hi. She's like, oh, hey. I'm like, you're really, really stressed right now, aren't you? She's like, can you tell? Like, you can just tell, look at me and tell? I'm like, no, I saw this in a dream last night. And then she's like, oh my God, I am really stressed. Like, I am extraordinarily stressed at a stressed phase in my life right now. And I was like, why? She's like, I've been staying in the gym so much, managing the gym. And in the dream, here's the fucked up part. This is where God plays jokes on you, right? In the dream, she was the manager of a new gym. That new gym was Anytime Fitness. And then she made the connection. She's like, oh, Anytime Fitness, because I've been spending so much time here and I've been so stressed. And we had a laugh about it, and we're like, this is fucking weird. Like, this is really weird. So what is the distinguisher? Clearly we're all connected, you know. This what is waking and dream, it's all connected. And I saw what was going to happen the next day, because it literally happened in the same way. Just change the gym. It's not, instead of Anytime Fitness in the gym, it's my gym that I go to. It's just, she gave me the same face, and she's really, really stressed in a way that she hasn't been stressed before. Like, this is unusual, extra stress for her. I have a lot of stories like that. So once you start to analyze your own dreams beyond a reasonable doubt, you come to realize that waking consciousness and dream state reality are one and the same. They're connected. It's just one. When you're awake, you experience one reality. When you're dreaming, you experience another reality. It's all different parts of this consciousness simulation that we're in, right? Now, let's hit you guys with some wacky theories. There's a wacky theory out there. I don't even know if it's out there. I think I just maybe thought about it when I was high on acid. That the dream state is the real state. So when you dream, you move to higher frequencies, to higher dimensions, the astral plane, the astral realm. So every time you're dreaming, you're having an astral projection. Now this stuff, the astral projection stuff, is a wacky theory out there. But the theory that I sort of came to me when I was high on acid is that real life is a dream. This is, to put it in simple terms, this is a dream, waking consciousness is a dream. When you dream is the real life. That's sort of the download that I had while I was on acid. But then the theories out there say that when you're sleeping, you're having an astral projection. You're having an out-of-body experience, an astral projection. Out-of-body experience is bullshit, by the way. When I say it's bullshit, it's all happening in here, because there's no such thing as physical reality. It's just you perceive it with your five senses. So an out-of-body experience is just an altered state of consciousness. You were never physical in the first place and never will be. Non-physicality, it's not non-physical. Everything is non-physical, even physical matter reality, you see? So the theory, the wacky theory, is that when you sleep, you're having an astral projection. You're projecting yourself into higher dimensions, into higher frequencies, you see? So it's common to see like archetypes in the dream state, right? Carl Jung talked about the archetypes. You know, you have like the king and the queen and the prince and the princess, and you know, there's so many different archetypes that show up. The hero, the coward, right? They show up in the dream, and usually they show up to tell you something about your waking consciousness. So what I'm starting to believe more and more in is that we are programmed to dream, because really we don't know why we dream. Science can never tell you why we dream. Science can only tell you how we dream. They're trying to figure out how, and the theories, it's only theories, hypothesis, right? Is that we produce DMT when we sleep, small amounts of DMT in the pineal gland. So science can go as far as explaining to you what happens when you dream. Like, oh, well, your brain is producing this and this, right? But it can never tell you why. And I think why this is a philosophical question. What I think we dream, I think we're here on a mission in a dream, in a video game, in a computer simulation. Each one of us here is on a mission, right? And you have your own mission, your own purpose. So, you know, for me, for example, my purpose is to inspire people, to empower people, and alleviate the suffering as much as I can from the world. That's my mission, but that's my personal mission. How do I do it? Through making videos. Somebody else might have the same mission, but they carry it out completely different. Somebody might have a completely different mission and a completely different way of carrying it out. You see, everyone has a different one. But I think all of us here are on some kind of a mission, you know. And the dream, we're programmed by the programmer, right, to dream so that we receive messages from these higher dimensions and higher frequencies that we come from before we come here, before we come sliding into a vagina. These higher dimensions, these messages that we receive in the dream, because that's where we move to a higher dimension, an astral dimension, right, are sent to us by our ancestors, our spirit guides, you know, by alien entities, angels, whatever you want to call them. They've been having many names, but they're sort of know you're here and they're always watching after you, and they send you these messages, your higher self, right? So many different names, doesn't matter what the name is. The matters is what is happening is you're being sent these messages from these higher dimensions and frequencies that they have wisdom, and they see things more objectively, and they see the bigger picture, right? They're less egotistical. They look at the common good of all, so they're more objective. They see things from a greater picture. They see the greater part, the picture. They see the whole thing as one. You're sent messages from there, right? This unconscious, they call it in psychoanalysis, right? The unconscious. Okay, this is what you need to work on in your waking consciousness, which is nothing more than just a dream, a simulation, right? This is what you need to work on right now in this current state in your life. You need to, so for example, if you start to see you start to see yourself running away, right? If you start to see yourself running away in dreams, that's a message from these higher dimensions. They're trying to portray to you, we're symbolic beings. They're trying to portray to you, you're running away from some kind of a fear in your life. Figure out what it is and stop running. You see, that's the message. That's their way of communicating. They communicate through symbols. We are symbolic beings. We come from higher dimensions. We're symbolic, right? We understand with symbols. So that higher dimension in your dream, when you see yourself running away, that's them simulating something in here that's saying, stop running away from your fears in your waking consciousness, which is really just a dream, just like a simulation, a spawn. But nevertheless, it's still significant, right? So stop running away from your fears in this current dream when you wake up, which is the dream, and start facing them. So that's the message. That's the higher message in the dream. So that's why I think we dream. I think we dream to stay in touch with our higher self, to stay in touch with our higher nature, to stay in touch with our true nature, you see? And I mean, I can honestly go on and I can probably write a book at some point, because I keep track of all my dreams. Probably in a few years down the road, I'll have so many stories, weird, wacky things that happened to me from dream and how they translated over directly into waking consciousness, that probably somewhere in the future I'll write just here's my dream. It'll probably be like at least 100 pages. Saeed's dreams, or analysis or whatever, because I'm seeing too much here, guys. I'm seeing too much. I'm seeing too much correlation. I'm seeing too much connection. I am fully convinced that this is all real, that dreaming is real, and you do meet some real entities in your dream also, right? And it's indistinguishable from waking consciousness. It's all going on at the same time. All of it is going on at the same time, right? It's all like an infinite loop. It's dreams, waking, right? It's all the same thing. So when I go to bed and I dream, I'm like, all right, I'm now putting on, maybe I'm taking off my virtual reality goggles and now I'm going to the real world. Or maybe I'm just putting on a different virtual reality goggles. Whether the dream state is the real life, right? I don't know if it's the real life. Maybe it's another dream. It's another simulation. Or maybe it is base reality. What I found out when I was high on acid, what I was told anyway, and this could be bullshit, I was told that real life is the dream, and waking consciousness is the dream. So dreaming is the real life, and then waking consciousness is the dream. So this is what I was told while I was at NASA. I don't know if it's real life or if it's just another dream and it's all just a fucking big dream, and I don't know where base reality is, if that exists in the first place. I don't know. Life is a mind fuck. It never amazes me how much of a mind fuck it is. And yeah, I think that's why we dream. So anyway, I can go on and on about dream states and stuff like that, but we're gonna finish it here for now. This is to be continued always. Dreaming is to be continued because I am always exploring the realm of dreams, right? And very interested in dreams and what they mean. And yeah, I'm gonna keep documenting my dreams. I'm gonna keep pondering this thing, and we'll see what we come up with, right? So other than that, that's it. God bless you all. I love every single one of you guys. You're all amazing. We all share this dream together. We are all one consciousness experiencing itself subjectively. There's no such thing as death. Life is only a dream, and we are the imaginations of ourselves. No, that's not what I said. That's what Bill Hicks said, but I love it so much. It resonates with me so much that I have to keep saying it. And as always, don't forget to subscribe or you're gonna sleep with the fishes.